Hello, so today I'm going to do a review and unboxing of the Brother 734DS Overlocker machine that I bought from John Lewis recently, and I'll show you what it comes with and how easy it is to set it up and use it. So it comes with the pedal, it comes with a set of tools in this bag that I'm not sure what they're for yet. It comes with the instructions, and then I bought these cream coloured thread cones to use with it. So this is the Overlocker. And I noticed that it already comes pre-threaded up, so that you can attach your own thread to what's already threaded up on the machine, so you don't have to thread up the whole thing again. So I'm going to give that a go. So first I've got to raise this threading tree to the highest point, making sure that these are in alignment with these below. So in the instructions it says that these pieces that it comes with are nets to put around the spool to stop the thread slipping off the spool if you're sewing with loosely spun nylon thread. So you would just place that over there in the shape of your spool, and then I take it would just come off a bit slower. But I'm just going to see how they do without the nets over them for now. Okay, so for step one, it says to use the presser foot lever. So that's here, and that you move that up, and that moves the foot. So for step one, I've got to leave that raised. So step two, it says to move this mark on the hand wheel so that it aligns with this mark. So like that. So in the instructions, it says how to thread up the machine, but it doesn't say how to start off the threading when it's already come pre-threaded and I've just got to attach my own thread because it's already threaded through here. So I'm going to have to try and find a video that explains how I can just attach my own thread to continue it. So as you can see, this is how it came with it already threaded. So somehow I've got to attach my own thread to that. So I need to find out how I'm going to do that. Open up the front cover. So what I need to do is take my spools, put them on here. And then these threads are what I'm going to be tying on the new threads to. So I'll just separate these. And then you take it, put the first one through here, and then around there. Now I'll take my first thread and I'll attach it to the first spool by tying a knot. So that's all of them tied on here. So the tension is all set to 4, so I now just have to change that to 0. So now it's just a case of pulling all of the thread through until the knots that I made are pulled through the lower looper, which is this one, and then the upper looper, which is this one, and then these two are the right and left needle threads. So I'll be using the tweezers that it came with. So I'm going to start with this one, which is the upper looper. So I've just got hold of it here. So it's the one that's attached to this bit. You can see this is the one that's being pulled through. And there's my knot there. So that's pulling through. Okay, so I think that's that one done. And then the lower looper, which is this one, I need to find. So it looks like this is the lower looper here. When I pull in that, that's the lower looper thread. I'm just going to pull this all the way through and see what happens. And there's my knot there. I'm just going to cut the old thread off. So I'm not sure if I've done that right, but I'm going to try and do the right and left needle next and see if it works. So next I'm going to cut these threads that are through the needle just here. And then I'll pull at these threads, both of them, to get my new thread through. So that's one, and that's the other one. So I think that this one is the right needle. So I'll take that one. I'm just going to trim them. And then take the right thread and thread it through the right needle. And thread this one through the left needle. So now I'll just plug it in. Okay, let's see if this works. But I'm not too sure it will. I'm not sure I've done this right. Okay, it's not doing anything yet. Let's have a look. Oh, I haven't got the footer down. Try that. Nope. So I think the lower looper one has gone wrong, because it's not in. There's a loop just there that it's not in. So I'll just figure that out. Okay, so this one needs to go through this loop. And then I'm not really sure. It needs to go in there somehow. Okay, so this one's quite confusing, but I didn't realise that that diagram there was for this. So when I pull this, that comes out. Okay. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Yeah, I've got some threads looped around there and I don't think they're supposed to be there. I'm just going to move them. So now back to this one. This is supposed to go around here, I think. So like that. And then I'll put it through this loop. Okay. Okay, I'm guessing that will go back to normal once I shut it. I'll put the foot down and see if this does anything. Nope. Okay, so what that's done is just bunched up all the yarn here. And that didn't work. Okay, so I've just sorted out that mess and it all looks right to me, so I'm not sure why it didn't work. I could set the tension maybe to like 3. And maybe I'll just slowly wind it and see what it does. It just seems to tangle there, so I'm not really sure what's wrong. Okay, so the upper loop I've taken off, the lower loop I'm putting that there first, and then I think I need to put the upper loop in second so that it doesn't get crossed over with the lower loop. Okay, so that might be right this time. So I'm thinking what's possibly wrong is I've got these threads on the wrong needles here. So I'm going to try and sort that out and see if that works. So I've adjusted the needle threads and now I'm going to try it again. Okay, so I think it's working. I just needed to pull it a bit more. And it's doing the loops here, so I think it's working now. Now I can try it on some fabric. So I've got some scrap fabric that I'm going to use. See if it works. Not quite sure how you pull it off. Probably like that. And then cut it. And that's worked. Okay. It's not very neat, I still need to practice with it, but it's working now. Let's try again. So I just went through it again and it did it really well that time. So it's working really nicely. I think I maybe need to set the tension to 4 instead of 3. And it cuts along as you're doing it. So I'll do another side now. And there you go. So I changed it. So this was at tension 3. And then halfway through I changed the tension to 4. So you can see that's done it a lot better there. So that's with these on 4. So that worked really well and I'm going to try it when I sew some cushions next. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I think it worked really well. Only took a few attempts to set it up, but it worked in the end. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Like, subscribe.